What is up, guys? It's me, Post Sketchbook, back at it again, showing you guys one of my newest customs, one of my favorites, probably my best, one of my best at least. I can't think of anything that I've done that's better than this customs. And it is of the Robert Pattinson interpretation of Batman from the 2022 movie. As you guys know, in previous videos I stated, I love that movie. I love the visuals, I love the story, the Batman design, the suit. It's incredible. I love the style. It's like, that could be its own separate video, but I was very inspired by it. So I started out by making a different, smaller Batman custom, which I made a video about. But then later, as I saw more figure releases, as I saw some cosplays of it, I just really wanted a better interpretation of that. I wanted a cool, articulated, detailed, accurate, well-scaled, like, version. So, I decided I'd kind of do something that I don't do as much, because I usually go for more messy creature designs, not really refined, or not. I definitely don't really sculpt like tactical armor or whatnot. But I set out to do that, and I feel like I accomplished it very well. So I guess let's just get into it. For the base figure, I was making many community posts of it, as you guys may or may not have seen, of the progress of this guy. The base figure, the torso and shoulders are from a Punisher figure. The same sculpt of the Netflix Punisher, right? I used that base body because it had a ball joint at the abdomen instead of an ab crunch, because that'd be harder to sculpt around. The arms are from a Captain America figure, the MCU Captain America. I believe it's the Civil War one. The legs are from the Infinity War Bucky, and the boots are from the McFarlane Toys Call of Duty figure. One of them. I think the name was Cody or something. I used that figure parts for the Kong custom that you guys also saw. So, anyways, I did that, and then from there it was just a lot of sculpt work. Yeah, like pretty much everything on the details. Here, let me get it off the stand. The bat logo, the shoulders, the armor, it's sculpted. It's still pretty messy, but compared to a lot of the other stuff I do, it's definitely a lot cleaner. And I kind of didn't want it to be, I didn't need it to be like super precise. I just want to get a lot of the details. A lot of the parts are simplified. Like, there's more going on in this armor, more at the shoulders, more up here at the hips, but that also would have inhibited movement. But yeah, I'm really happy about it. It started with the legs and worked my way up. And chest and shoulders, of course, which, I don't know, I sanded it all down, or the upper body, just so there'd be a lot of clearance. And there is, which I'm very happy about. We'll get into that articulation. Head sculpts. It is a sculpted over Crossbones figure from the Civil War 2 pack. Oh shit, I have to repaint that part. Which I used because it had a really nice strong jaw, like Robert Pattinson, and it was also not too big like some of the other head sculpts can be. Which that, yeah. Oh, the hands are from the Marvel Legends Falcon, because it had a nice tactical look. They didn't look too big. A lot of the Marvel Legends hands are really large, which was kind of an issue. But we overcame that, and it worked out well. See the straps and the bicep armor. I used a lot of reference photos. Not really from the movie, because a lot of the lighting makes it hard to see details. So I kind of shoot set visits. Someone made they were gonna like 3D print some Batman armor for, I think, like a cosplay or something, but it was really clear details, so that helped a lot with the shoulders and the chest pieces. The tactical belt is from a Spawn figure that I just kind of tore apart. He had a lot of pouches, a lot of good stuff. You can see it was all on the belt there, everywhere. It was great, and looked a lot really tactical. It has good texture, good sculpt. So I just cut it up, glued it on to make his belt. That was something else. It's not fully accurate. There's kind of parts missing. There's certain things are different, but I don't really mind, because I just wanted the main shapes, the main pieces, the main parts. And I wanted it to look detailed, which it was, or is. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. The gauntlets, I'm also really happy with how they turned out. These were kind of finicky to sculpt, but you just kind of gotta be patient with it at some point. This and the cape are actually made from a old binder that I had that was falling apart because it was getting crumpled. So I just took the covering, and it has like this kind of leathery look to it. It's a little shiny. That's another pouch there. So I glued it on for the holster for his grapple gun, which this is very simplified. It's not that simple in the movie. But I chose to make that decision because I just wanted to make it a little simpler. I think I already said this, but a lot of it is simplified, just so it's easier to sculpt and just so I can get what I need out of it. In terms of accessories, he has 2 fisted hands and his grapple gun. That's about it for accessories. I mean, I could make more in the future, but I don't know. I'm kind of happy with how he is now. Just a simple, it is what it is. He has what I need. He is what I need so far for a Batman figure. So that's that. Let's just get an articulation then. The head can look up a good bit, look down a good bit, rotates 360. It's kind of finicky because you have to be careful with the collar. I don't really like bash into it, but you can kind of just work around. It's a typical ball joint, so it works well. The abdomen is on a ball joint, which made it a lot easier to sculpt. If it was an ab crunch, I'd have to, you know, find a way to either shrink parts of it or have it be cut awkwardly. That was one thing that made it challenging to find a base figure, because I had to visualize how it'd be when I shaved it down, so you have the proportions right. But yeah, anyways. The shoulders bend up that far. They have 360 rotation. The cape, I guess, kind of inhibits it. Not really, but it's just kind of annoying. Biceps swivel all around. Really happy with how I was able to get the good amount of clearance from the shoulder. Double jointed elbow works very well. The wrists swivel and hinge like so. There's no waist swivel because there's swivel up here, so it doesn't really need waist swivel. And I also made the belt a lot easier. Legs kick up that far, not super far. Oh, actually, well, you can kind of get it a little higher. This splits not very far, but it still works. There's a thigh swivel, which is kind of tight at parts, but it still works. Double jointed knees here, which gives good clearance. And these are on ball peg, so they have 2 points of swiveling, so you can get a lot of motion. You can have like an ankle pivot, you can twist it. It's very helpful. And to articulation. So I don't know, I really just want to nail the proportions on it, because I wanted a nice, that's like one of the most important things for me when I make my customs, is to have accurate proportions, accurate looks, accurate details, or just accurate proportions, because that's how you get the big shapes right. That's how you get a good presence for the figure. The rest, the details, kind of just the icing on the cake, to me at least, for the most part. Oh, also we can hold the grapple gun, so we'll make him hold that just because. Which this is kit bash just from random parts and pieces. This was like a random walkie-talkie. It's like a handle for something else. Part of the trigger of like a random gun. I use that same gun to make some details on the back side of it. And it's really small. It's not really accurate because, I don't know, he has like 2. He has the one that's on his gauntlet and the one in the holster. So I just kind of combined the 2 to make it easier for myself. So let's just get him standing up, which that's one thing I'm happy about. He's easy to stand in. He's pretty good stiff articulation. All right, so here he is next to the, crossbones figure, which I don't know why. I just think these 2 look really cool together. Maybe some goons or something. Here's next to the Hellboy figure. Here, actually, I won't just keep the rest in here for display. He's a little bit shorter, because since I wanted a more realistic look, without the overly big hands, like this Captain America figure, and overly big feet, a lot of the sculpts were had to be smaller to actually fit that. Because that's what Marvel Legends tend to do, since they're for kids and whatnot, or more aimed towards kids, or have to hold up with kids. They kind of tend to make certain proportions exaggerated just for them to be able to stand easier, or hold weapons easier. I'm assuming that's what it is. There's next to Daredevil, which is another armored character. Venom, just because I compare him to like every figure that I make. And, oh, this is a random penguin that I have. I don't know where I got it, but I guess that works. Here's next to the custom Monster vs. Kong. Oh shit, there goes Batman. Fuck. This video is getting long. Sorry. Okay, that works. Let's get side by side. And this is a different custom that I made a while ago. It's supposed to be my own kind of MCU Wolverine, but it's sort of similar to this Batman custom because I was sculpting like tactical armor and that stuff, and I think you can definitely tell the difference with a lot of it. I mean, this should have been better too because I wasn't even working with reference, or I wasn't even replicating anything, just from my mind. But the proportions are wonky, coloring's kind of off. This though, very happy. Very happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I'm gonna clear all these guys out and show comparison, which is really, really neat. Here he is next to the mini Batman that I made, which I also made a video about. You guys can see. And yeah, you can see the difference. This one, I was really just trying to make quick, just to have a Batman. I didn't think I'd want to make a full 6-inch scale more detailed Batman, but then I did want to, so I did make it, and there we are. One other thing, I guess, the cape, I was gonna add a wire to it, but it's just a little too annoying. It can flare out a little bit, so that's really cool. And I like how it drapes over and folds. Overall, I'm just ecstatic with this figure. There's not much more I can say. So it does have its flaws. I think the head kind of is too small. The arms are a little too long. The feet kind of look a little too small here and there. But those are kind of things from certain angles. Not even fully sure. But I'm still really just happy how this figure turned out. I'm proud of what I was able to achieve, sculpt-wise, accessory-wise. Just making a cohesive figure without all these extra flaws, without all these unfinished parts. Because, like, so many of my other customs are partially unfinished or just something like that. So I'm really happy with this figure. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.